Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's Saturday, so you know what that means. It's time to take a collection and sketch and create another layout. And this is the third layout that I'll be creating using this collection, which is the Simple Stories Summer Farmhouse and the page map sketch. Again, I change it up, and the principle of the layout is there. All the design elements, they're just shifted and moved into different places. So I do go ahead and cut these photos down to 4x4s, and they are not quite summer, but we're going into summer. It's my son at the end of his 2020 high school career, at home receiving his awards before graduation, because obviously there were no parties, no ceremonies and such at this time. So we make it work. I'm going to run this beautiful flower paper. It was a scrap, as you can see, and you guys know I like to do that when I'm working in a collection. I try to pull the scraps first before cutting into more 12x12 paper, because I don't want the scraps. I just went through all my scraps and created a whole bunch of page kits for a January series that will be happening. So stay tuned for that. And I don't want to create more scraps. So that's pretty much it. I also have the 6x8 paper pad, which you guys know I struggle with those, but I have been learning to use them to map my photos and do fun things like that. So we are working our way through a couple of them. I'm going to just trim my photo down just a little bit more, because if it's 4x4 and that sheet's at best is 8, it's not going to leave a border. So I just trim like an 1/8 of an inch off each side of the photos, just to go ahead and give a cute little border. I have blue on. At this point, my kitchen still had teal walls, and my son has on a yellow metal hanging around his neck, the ribbon. So it worked. Since then, my kitchen has been painted, and we are slowly but surely remodeling it. I'm holding up that process, guys. It's definitely not the fiance. He's on me all the time about finishing the grout on the tile, and it's not that it has to be grouted, it's that it has to be painted. And I've got 2.5 walls done, so that's good. Oh, for a minute there, I thought the top of that still had a branding strip on that. I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing to myself. That's what I was doing, but it doesn't. It's just the way I cut the pattern paper. And once again, I just have 2 little lines drawn on my circle punch. They're not any kind of measurement markers or anything. They're just so that I can end the paper somewhat at the same spot each time. And I'm just going to grab some scraps that I had sitting over there as well and do a red and teal, little border with these little semicircles. And then we're going to get those glued down, and I do make them work. I just wanted to make sure that they were all going to fit on there, and I'm just buttoning them right up against that paper. I'm not tucking them under or anything. I'm just making them work. So I kind of like the little back and forth pattern. And we're going to get these nicely stuck down. And like I said, I'm just buttoning it right up against it. And then I'm going to pull them all up and get some adhesive on there, because assembly line works best for me. And I'm just going to get them all up and down. I did attach that quilt pattern as a pattern paper as well. That was just the size that it was and the scrap, so use that up. So there's very limited scraps on this. I am going to go ahead and mount, these are the pictures, this is the back of that yellow paper, and I'm going to mount that on some of this foam. And I just use some of the cheap foam that I have, and that's already cut into that size. I get it from the Dollar Tree, and I get a whole pack for $1. So it works. And we're just going to get that stuck on there as well. And then we're going to get some adhesive on this. And because it's the foam, I do put a little bit more adhesive than normal, because sometimes it doesn't want to stick. I'm just going to set that right in that general area. And then I'm going to use this little crumpled up piece of paper, and I'm going to pull that back up, and I'm going to stick it under there. And then I'm going to make sure it's not straight, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. It needs to stick out from the side. And to be fair, once I got it done, I didn't like it either, because it's like a little arrow pointing to the side, but I was not about to rip that layout up again, so we make it work. I do take this little strip, and we're going to run that at the top, and then I'm going to take another little strip and make that into a banner and run it at the bottom. And I like to run things off the page like that. I don't know the technical term. I've always called it grounding, that it grounds the layout and makes it more like interactive, so that, you know, your eye is imagining that it just goes on forever and ever and ever, I guess. And that one's going to get stuck down there as well. And I'm going to trim that off, and I'm just going to add a bit more adhesive to make sure that's stuck. I'm going to go ahead and pull in the 12 by 12 sticker sheets, and I'm going to use this cute little banner, and I'm going to take another one of these cute little stickers right here, and I'm going to pop that up on some foam dots. And I don't cut any of that out because the video was kind of short to begin with, so it didn't take me but about 20 minutes to complete this layout. So I just, and it's like, you know, there was only one split in the picture, so, or in the filming, so I didn't really split everything else. I do stick that right there, and then we are going to come in with this cute little swing, and I'm going to stick that at the top. And I do more than 3 clusters on this just because I was really enjoying the fact that a lot of these are farmhousey and home, and even though I don't live in a farmhouse, we were home for all of this stuff, so it seemed to really meld with the situation. I do grab some of these little flower clusters, and I like this little bitty watering can with a flower up there as well. So I am just starting to build the little bases of my clusters. I'm going to stick this flower piece right in there. Just kind of, and it nestled in there nicely, so then I knew it was perfect and it was meant to be right there. And I do overlap some things onto the picture as well, just to, you know, bring that in. Stick another little flower in there. I'm going to pop this little guy up on a piece of foam as well and get it stuck over here with the little watering can. I take this cute little Simple Pleasures and I pop that up on a couple foam dots as well, and we're going to stick that on the other flower cluster. It's a very busy layout, but I like it. I do like this little other, this is, what do you call that? You guys know what it is. Stick that at the bottom to create yet another cluster that I'm going to come in with. And I take the sun, and we're just going to go ahead and put the sun up there with the swing. And I'm going to take this little word saying. Now, I believe off screen, which you won't see it, I realized I didn't put a title on it. And I also have the word phrases that come with this collection. So I do run the title right underneath the picture, and it says easy peasy, just because I felt like it worked. I like the little bicycle, has nothing to do with him winning awards, but it was cute and it worked. So I get that stuck up there at the top as well. I come in with another foam dot right here because I'm going to put another little floral right here. And if I get cut off, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please click the subscribe button if you would like to see more from me. And I do appreciate you guys watching. I'm only 5 subscribers away from hitting my goal for the year. So I would love to be able to hit my goal, and I would love for you guys to be able to help me with that. I do appreciate everyone. And